What's up everyone, I'm Dan, and a big thank you to Red Arc Games for providing the review copy for Elrentaros Wanderings on the Nintendo Switch. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more game reviews, giveaways and more, and with that said, let's get into this. Elrentaros Wanderings, also known as Reisekai in Japan, is a captivating action RPG developed by Hakama Inc. under the guidance of Yoshifumi Hashimoto, the creative force behind the Rune Factory series. With stunning anime-inspired visuals, an engaging mix of dungeon crawling combat and visual novel elements, Elrentaros Wanderings has much to offer fans of Japanese role-playing games and those who enjoy a mix of action and narrative-driven gameplay. The game begins with a protagonist who wakes up with no memory of why they're running or how they ended up in a tent outside a nostalgic town. The story unfolds in two intertwining worlds, the peaceful town of Elrentaros and the mysterious alternate reality where the protagonist finds themselves in a modern day school setting. This dual world concept is central to the game's narrative, where players must navigate between these worlds to uncover the truth behind the protagonist's predicament. As you explore the town of Elrentaros, you interact with its inhabitants, build relationships and solve their problems, all of which impact your progress in both worlds. The visual novel elements of the game come into play during these interactions, offering dialogue choices that can influence the story's direction and your relationships with other characters. While the game's story does feel somewhat like a visual novel with its heavy reliance on dialogue and static backgrounds, it is the character's charm and unfolding mystery that keeps you invested. Elrentaros Wanderings features a blend of action RPG and dungeon crawling gameplay, with a loop that is both addictive and engaging. The game shifts to a top-down perspective when you explore the town or venture into dungeons, where you can interact with characters, open chests and engage in combat. The exploration and combat systems are simple but satisfying, with quick button presses and swipes that make the action feel immediate and responsive. Combat in Elrentaros is intuitive, with the Y button used for attacks, the B button for rolling out of danger, and the A button for interacting with objects like chests. The combat system includes a cooldown period for certain actions, adding a layer of strategy as you manage your movements and attacks. The simplicity of the combat is balanced by the variety of weapons and skills available, which can be customized to suit your playstyle. You can switch between the different types of weapons such as swords, axes and katanas at any time, allowing for flexibility in how you approach each dungeon and its enemies. One of the game's highlights is its boss battles, which are fun and challenging. Each boss has a unique design and attack pattern, requiring you to adapt and use your skills effectively to overcome them. The addition of power-ups and buffs during dungeons further enhances the combat experience, providing temporary boosts that turn the tide of battle in your favour. One of the most pleasant surprises in Elrentaros Wanderings is the level of interactivity it offers. While the game initially appears to be a straightforward action RPG, the depth of its gameplay becomes apparent as you progress. The interaction with townspeople and the choices you make during dialogue can significantly impact the story and your relationships with other characters. These elements add a layer of replayability to the game, as different choices can lead to different outcomes and character interactions. The dungeon crawling aspect of the game is also designed with replayability in mind. Each dungeon consists of multiple rooms filled with monsters, and at the end of each dungeon you'll face a boss. Defeating enemies doesn't grant experience points, instead you acquire equipment and gold, which are primary means of improving your character. Equipment varies in rarity and can be upgraded using the gold you collect, adding another layer of strategy as you decide which items to enhance. The game offers multiple difficulty settings, easy, normal and hard, which can be adjusted at any time, and this flexibility allows players to tailor the challenge to their liking, whether they're looking for a more casual experience or a tougher challenge. The ability to heal during combat without a strict limit on health potions also makes the game more accessible, though it might be seen as making the game too easy for some players. The visuals of Elrentaros Wanderings are well done, with beautifully designed anime characters and vibrant environments that bring the world of Elrentaros to life. The character designs crafted by artists Shi Nanahara and Minako Iwasaki are reminiscent of those in the Rune Factory series, with a charming and colourful aesthetic that will appeal to fans of anime and RPGs. The music, composed by Toshiyuki Sakuraba, complements the game's atmosphere perfectly. Each track sets a tone for the different environments and situations you encounter, from the serene town of Elrentaros to the tense moments in dungeons. The sound design is equally well done, with satisfying sound effects that enhance the combat experience. Elrentaros Wanderings is a delightful action RPG that successfully combines elements of dungeon crawling, visual novels and dating sims into a cohesive and enjoyable experience. While the gameplay might seem simple at first, the interactivity, character relationships and dungeon variety provide enough depth to keep you engaged for hours. The story, though somewhat linear, is intriguing enough to keep you invested, especially with the dual world mechanic and the mystery surrounding the protagonist's situation. The game's charming visuals, engaging combat and well-designed music make it a must-play for fans of the genre. Whether you're a long-time fan of Yoshifumi Hashimoto's work or simply looking for a new adventure on the Nintendo Switch, Elrentaros Wanderings offers a fun and satisfying experience that's well worth your time. Elrentaros Wanderings releases on the Nintendo eShop on the 16th of August, priced at $35.99 in the UK and $39.99 in the US. Thanks as always to you all for watching, hope you enjoyed the review, don't forget to hit the like button, and until next time.
危なかった。